What is good? It's your boy SimD'sReviews. I'm back here again. Another video. Today's video is going to be about Dragon Ball Super episode 125, the rise of Toppo, the god of destruction. Let's get straight up into it. Go to garbage. I'm gonna give it a gold, and let me tell you why I'm gonna give it a gold. Believe it or not, I'm obviously rooting for Universe 7 to win, obviously. But believe it or not, I was rooting for Toppo in this episode. You want me to tell you why? Because Frieza needs a damn reality check. And I was happy to see him get the snot beat out of him on some real. Because he's so cocky. And it's like, it gets annoying of how cocky he is. Like, he's so cocky. When he said, "Oh, you're a god of destruction, you think that's going to affect Golden Frieza? I've already dealt with a god," like, and then he had a little flashback to when Sidra gave him that little tiny bit of destructive power. I was happy to see Toppo sweep the floor with him. I was happy to see him destroy him because he's too cocky. Frieza, and the thing about it that's crazy is like, Frieza is very powerful. We know this. We all know that how powerful he is. He's very powerful. His golden form is even more powerful than what we know of him. But the thing about Frieza that makes me laugh is the fact that, are we forgetting that Frieza, you done been stomped on so many occasions? Vegeta stomped you. He knocked you out of your golden form. Goku stomped you twice. Gohan has stomped you. Freaking Trunks has stomped you. Like, you've been stomped on. Dispo was stomping you. You've been stomped on numerous occasions. And you still have this cocky attitude. I was happy to see him get the crap beat out of him because on some real, like, the cockiness I hate. I really, really hate cockiness. I can't stand cockiness. When you are confident in your abilities, that's one thing, but to be cocky and to be like, oh, you're a god of destruction, that means nothing. I've already dealt with god of destruction before. I've dealt with that power. And then get your behind stomped. I was actually happy to see it. I was happy to see it. Now, obviously, they foreshadowed a little bit because when he got thrown off, he's still on. So what I'm thinking is, I don't know if they're gonna go the route of he'll be the final man left type thing. I highly doubt that, because even in the preview, it's basically saying next week that he'll still be fighting in the next episode. Even though in the preview it didn't show him, but Goku said in the preview, Toppo's overwhelming Frieza and 17. So I don't know, but they kind of like foreshadowing, oh, just don't forget, Frieza's still on. Like, they're kind of like foreshadowing it. So who knows what's gonna happen with Frieza? I have no idea, man. But I believe it or not, again, of course I want Universe 7 to win, but believe it or not, I was happy to see Frieza get stomped up because he talks too much. He has a nonchalant attitude, and he talks too much, and he thinks that he can't lose. You've gotten your behind whooped on multiple occasions, Frieza. It's not even like, and if we really want to go into it, Pycon stomped you, Frieza. Like, Frieza's been stomped on so many occasions. So, like, I mean, it is what it is. But I was happy to see that, honestly. Who else? What else happened? We didn't get too much of, Goku and Vegeta versus Jiren. They're working together, and I like the fact that it wasn't really, they didn't really plan it, but Goku grabbed Jiren, and then Frieza, and then Vegeta hit him with the final flash, and Jiren just like, well, I'm telling y'all, one good hit. One good final flash to Jiren or one good Kamehameha direct to Jiren is going to do damage. I'm telling y'all. This is why Jiren, I don't know, it's weird, but I've started noticing it. I started noticing it like when he first blocked Vegeta's final flash a couple weeks ago. I feel like if something happens, like Goku and Vegeta, they need to work together smarter. So the way I see it is something like if Vegeta's charging up a Final Flash, right? He's aiming it at Jiren, right? And Jiren, just being Jiren, thinking, oh, it's not going to do nothing to me. I'm fine. What needs to happen is Vegeta needs to be like right there, like this close to letting it loose, right? And then Goku needs to grab him and use instant transmission and put him right in front of Jiren's face. And then Final Flash right in his face. That's going to do hella damage. Because as of right now, the only attack that's actually done anything to Jiren is the Final Flash. That's the only thing that's done anything to Jiren. So I think, now I'm not going to say Jiren's scared of the Final Flash. I'm not going to go that far. But I think there's something about the Final Flash that affects Jiren. Because it's the only move in this entire tournament that he's actually blocked. The only attack. Now, obviously, he's blocked punches and kicks. But the only, finishing attack that he's actually blocked. He didn't even block the Spirit Bomb, guys. So, they need to strategize on a better, on a higher level. They need to strategize on a higher level. Like basically use Vegeta as like a tether. And Goku could just use instant transmission and just go here, and hit Jiren from different angles. That's what they need to do. They need to work like that, because what they're doing is not doing nothing. They're not doing nothing to Jiren. Jiren is something else. And then now we got Toppo, God of Destruction Toppo, who's going to be even more powerful. But I told y'all a million times, I love 17's character. Even in this episode, 17 knew he was no chance at being Toppo, but he still has the same demeanor all the time. He's always like, dang, that move didn't work? Gosh, well, I gotta do this, gotta do it. Like, he always has the same demeanor. So I'm thinking, because we know, well, spoiler warning, if you don't know the spoilers, but I'm hitting y'all with some spoilers right now. I'll timestamp it. It's not even that serious. Honestly, guys, it's really not that serious. So I might not even timestamp it, but I'm hitting y'all with some spoilers right now. We know in the next episode, 17 is going to be throwing rocks at Jiren. And he actually alluded to that in this episode when Toppo. He's going to be throwing rocks at Toppo. And he actually alluded to that in this episode when Toppo kicked Frieza off. He said, oops, my hand slipped. I meant to throw that at you. So he's going to be throwing rocks at Toppo. Now, I think people were laughing at this when, I was watching videos of people, talking about the spoilers, and people were laughing at it. No. Don't laugh at it, because it's actually very smart. Because key attacks don't work on Jiren. He's using that destructive force to basically block off key attacks. So if key attacks don't work on him, something has to work. So physical-based objects may work. And we also see in the preview that Vegeta kicks Toppo in his leg, which is what? A physical attack. It's not him shooting key blasts at him. It's him kicking him and his leg, dropping. So clearly physical attacks will work against Toppo. So maybe this throwing rocks at him is very, very smart. We will see. I don't know what's going to happen, guys. I really don't. But we're going to see what's going to happen. Next week is supposed to be a Vegeta episode. Big time Vegeta episode. So, and I would say I don't think it's going to happen. So don't take me too far to believe that it's going to happen. But they're saying like if you watch the preview, Goku says something to the extent of, Vegeta, are you really going to risk your life? Or something like that. Obviously, I don't think Vegeta's going to die. No, I don't think anybody thinks he's going to die. I don't even think he's going to get eliminated next week. But I just don't know what it could be that he's going to do that's going to ascend him past Toppo, God of Destruction level. Because right now, and I don't think Toppo's stronger than Jiren, but he's got to be up there. Like, Toppo's right now, I would say it's right now, power-wise, I would say Jiren, then Toppo's next. And then the Saiyans, and then 17 and Frieza. That's what I would say right now. Because this God of destruction, Toppo, he with this destructive power around him, and he can't get hurt, can't get hit. He's extremely powerful. So who knows, man? But I think they're basically trying to say that Vegeta's gonna surpass him in power in the next episode. The episode I think is called, what is it called? I think it's called Surpass a God, Vegeta's life-risking blow. I think that's what it's called. So if surpass a God, that would be Toppo. So who would be surpassing a God? And then saying it Vegeta's life-risking blow, that would mean Vegeta's going to surpass a God based on just the title and the title alone. So I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know what kind of a technique or what kind of move, or if he's going to allow himself to be basically killed to unlock a even higher potent ability. And that could be something because they still have not given us a name to what Vegeta's new transformation is. So maybe it's not a new transformation. Maybe the new transformation comes next week. Maybe this is like a, like for example, you know how a caterpillar will then go in the cocoon and then the cocoon will turn into a butterfly? Maybe this is what that is. Maybe this form is the middle level. Maybe this form is something in between what his transformation is and his base blue form. Because it's mind-boggling to me that we haven't even got a name for this transformation yet. Now, I think I told you guys last week why I think that is. Me personally, I think they have not given it a name because they do not want fans to believe that Vegeta is stronger than Goku. That's me personally. That's why I think they haven't given it a name. Because if they give it a name, if they say, for example, the Grand Priest said he broke through a shell. So breaking through the shell, what we know of breaking through the shell would be Ultra Instinct. How do we know this? Simple. The only other time we've heard about breaking through a shell was when we talked about Goku breaking through a shell and getting Ultra Instinct. So if that is indeed the case, if Vegeta broke his shell and has an Ultra Instinct fused with blue, he's clearly more powerful than Goku. And he's even more powerful than Goku's Ultra Instinct. Because if I'm being honest, guys, and I know people are going to be like, no, I don't think that's right. But if I'm being honest, Ultra Instinct is not powerful. Everyone who makes like these power scaling charts that put Ultra Instinct at the top, it's mind-boggling that you would do it. Ultra Instinct is not powerful. It's a defensive technique or form, whichever one you want to call it. It's not powerful. How do we know this? Because when he hit Kefla said something to the extent of, your attacks don't even affect me. And then we further push that narrative by saying, well, the reason why his attacks don't affect her is because he's using the defensive side of Ultra Instinct. So the idea that Ultra Instinct is powerful is wrong. It's not powerful. It's just a defensive technique. Now, if he unlocks the full-on 100% Ultra Instinct, then we can talk about power. But as of right now, Ultra Instinct is not powerful. But here's the thing, though. With Vegeta, if this form is Ultra Instinct fused with blue, it is powerful. How? Because blue is powerful. So if he has Ultra Instinct and blue combined into one, it is powerful because blue is already powerful and it's now been enhanced with Ultra Instinct in it. You get what I'm saying? So there's a difference between Goku and Vegeta if this form is Ultra Instinct. There is a difference between the two because his Ultra Instinct Vegeta would be combined with blue. Now again, we don't know what this is. All we heard was breaking through the shell, Ultra Instinct, and then limit breaking. Now, limit breaking is not a form. There's no such thing as limit breaker form. There's no form because if we're being honest, limit breaking is simply going past your limits. In other words, going past Super Saiyan Blue. Their limit, Goku and Vegeta's limit was Super Saiyan Blue. They now have gone past it. Goku with Kaioken times 10 and Kaioken times 20 and Vegeta with whatever this is. That's limit breaking. It's not a new form. It's There's no such thing called limit breaker. There's no such thing as it. So it's not nothing new. It's just breaking your limits. How do I know this? Because people are going to be like, well, no, it's called limit breaker because that's what they said. No, it's not. How do I know this? I know this simple because when Goku fought Toppo in the preliminary rounds, he already had Kaioken times 10, right? So if he already had Kaioken times 10 in the preliminary rounds, and then when he fought Toppo, he said, give me 100% and I'll show you what it's like when I break my limits. Breaking his limits is Kaioken times 20. How do I know this? Because we didn't get to see what breaking his limits was in the preliminaries. But in the tournament, when he first faced Jiren, he used Kaioken times 20, breaking his limits. Get what I'm saying? That makes sense, right? So he broke his limits by stacking another 10 times multiplier on top of the 10 that he already had. So Kaioken times 20 is breaking his limits. That's breaking his limits. Ultra Instinct is not breaking your limits. Ultra Instinct is unconscious, your body now protecting itself. In other words, think of it as us as humans, right? So if we're sick, if you're really like deathly sick, or let's say something happens to you in a car accident or something like that, right? You go into a coma. When you go into a coma is a way of your body protecting itself. That's what the idea of a coma is. A coma is a way of your body protecting itself. It's trying to protect itself. Or when you're sick, when, like, you ever wonder how when you're really sick and you go to sleep, when you wake up, sometimes you usually feel better? That sleep is actually helping your body recoup and protect itself. That's kind of what I see Ultra Instinct as. Ultra Instinct is when you're on death's door, your body now goes in a hyperdrive and now it's protecting itself. That's how I see Ultra Instinct. Now again, all of this is just theory. None of this is like 100% fact, Toriyama told me himself crap. None of this. I just see, the way I see all this is how I see it. So I'm presenting it with you guys. But again, like I said, who knows? I don't know. We still don't have a name for this new form for Vegeta. So again, maybe this form that he has right now is like a chrysalis. And next week, when he's fighting Toppo, he's going to put his life on the line. And maybe the true realized form of Vegeta will appear. I don't know. But anyway, I know I kind of went off topic, but it's all about Dragon Ball, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, I did like, something else I did like before I end this, I liked how when Toppo turned, I liked how Jiren, Vegeta, and Goku all stopped. Like, what the hell is that? Everyone knew. Everyone with any God key in them or any God level knew exactly what was happening when it happened. Beerus was like, oh my gosh, he stood up. Whis knew. Supreme Kai knew. Vegeta knew. Goku knew. Jiren knew. Everyone knew. Everyone else who's not on God level, they were just like, oh, this power, this energy. They didn't know what was actually going on. They didn't know what was actually going on. But everyone who was on God level, they all knew what time it was when Toppo did it. So at this point, he don't care about justice no more. He don't care about evil no more. He said himself, I am beyond that. So we'll see what happens. I don't see Toppo lasting too much longer, honestly. If he's not eliminated, he's not going to be eliminated next week. He's not going to be eliminated next week. Honestly, if I thought something was going to happen next week, I think Vegeta might get knocked out. Not eliminated, like knocked out, though. I think that might happen. I think he might end up really wounding Toppo, and he might get knocked out, but not eliminated. And then the week after that is 17's final stand, pretty much, based on what the titles have been coming out. So I don't know what's gonna happen, guys. Again, I'm gonna give it a gold. I enjoyed the episode. I thought it was a good episode. Like seeing Toppo, get this new form. So it is what it is. Anyway, this video is going on way too long. About to be 20 minutes. So I need you guys to like, favorite, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know down below what you guys think about the review. Was it gold? Was it garbage? Who knows? You guys let me know in the comment section below. Also hit that little bell button next to the subscribe button so you guys get my content first. I'm SimD'sReviews. I'll holler at y'all later.